Hey VC, this is Ron, back with another Record Store Day video. This is the Leftovers edition. I've been going around to the record stores before work for about the past week, scouring the bins, and actually made some pretty good finds. Stuff that should have been snapped up on record day, but it wasn't because somebody had stuck it in with the regular records, so nobody saw it. So I made some pretty cool finds. Most of it's 7-inch stuff, but I actually did pick a couple albums too. So let's get going with the first one. And this is actually Record Store Day 2011. And it's by the Red Crayola in the International Artists label. And it's an exclusive remix of Hurricane Fighter Plane. It was done by Sonic Boom, who was in the 1980s UK band Spaceman 3. And on the flip side, it's got Pink Stainless Tail. These are around if you want one. They're not hard to find at all. This one I just got today. This was a good one. I got the German pressing of the 2016 Record Store Day reissue of the first Jimmy Page 45, She Just Satisfies. And this is a really good one. Originals of this can go over 500 pounds. And I've not heard the B-side yet, but I have heard the A-side. And Jimmy Page plays all the instruments on the She Just Satisfies, except for the drums. And he also sings on that track. So pretty cool historical record. It was listed on the UK Record Store Day releases list, but it wasn't shown on the US. And then I got this. This is Them, and I saw this on Saturday on Record Store Day. And I looked at the liner notes and everything, and it just didn't really appear to be anything that special. It didn't say anything special about it. And then I was looking online afterwards, and I come to find out on the UK Record Store Day releases list that this was live broadcasts, possibly from television. So it has Baby Please Don't Go, Here Comes the Night, and a 6-minute version of Turn On Your Love Light, all recorded live 1965. Very good sound. Actually, the sound was better than I expected it to be. And there's not a whole lot of screaming and that kind of thing. A little bit at the beginning of the first song, but other than that, not much at all. So really cool. And this is the label. It's on R&B Records. Really thick vinyl. And this is a UK pressing. So yeah, I was really glad to get this one. There's not too many of these being offered on eBay. And this one I really was glad to get. I found this in the bin. This should have been snapped up Record Store Day, but it was actually stuck in the bin. And it's the Who, Ready Steady Who 2. And this is live broadcasts from television. And it's got the rare track. It's a cover of an Everly Brothers song, Man with Money, which I've never heard that. I have not opened this yet. I think I'm going to keep it sealed. A limited edition of 1,000 copies. And hopefully it'll eventually get posted online where I can listen to it. But man, I love the Who, and I was so glad to find that. And it's kind of a companion piece for them. You know, they're side-by-side releases by the same company, I believe. Yeah, R&B Records, Rhythm and Blues Record Company. Yeah. So, pretty cool. Then I got this Ramones. And actually I got a little pile of these things. So, I mean, I cleaned up on these things. And a limited edition of 1,000 copies, 300 colored vinyl on this one. and it came with different colored vinyls. This one's sort of pinkish peach multicolor. So made a nice find on that. That was stuck in the regular bin too. That should have been snapped up record day. But like I said, nobody saw it. I got the Flamin' Groovies, and this is a reunion 45. And this is a real good record. Actually, I kind of like the B-side a little better than the A-side. Which is the B-side is Let Me Rock, and it's got this real nice psychedelic guitar work on it. Very cool. Two of the early members on this, and glad the Groovies are out doing something. And then I got a couple of sort of punky things from the 70s, and this is Metal Urban, and this is the first ever US reissue of this. This is actually a French band, and they sing in French, and it's on Red Wax, and the songs are Panic and Lady Coca-Cola, and this was released in 1977, and it says that it's the debut single of the innovators of electropunk. And what they mean by that, it's just two guitarists, synthesizer, and a drum machine. No bass. And French vocals, and yeah, originally released in France in May 1977. It's reissued in the US on Alternative Tentacles Records, a limited edition of 1,000 copies, if I remember right. And there's a couple of videos by this band on YouTube from the early days, and I know Vinyl Richie saw one of them, and I saw his comment from about 7 months ago. He was interested in them. So Rich, you can pick this up. It's floating around, and they're not expensive. Then I got this. I bought that as a blind buy, and I bought this as a blind buy. DNA, and this is No Wave. Kind of noisy, punky sound, real avant-garde. This band was out of New York, and this is their debut 45 on clear wax. Pretty good little record here as well. So that was, yeah, I take chances on stuff. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I'll get skunked and I won't like it, but I tell you, I've made a lot of blind buys, and I'm glad that I did, because I ended up with some cool stuff. Okay, this is Tomcats, and this is on Munster, and this is actually from a Record Store Day issue from last year. And this says made in Germany, so I thought these were all Spanish pressings because it's a Spanish label, but evidently through my investigations, some are pressed in Germany and some are pressed in Spain. And this is a split single. It's the Tomcats and Los Juniors on the flip side. And this is a good little freak beat record with fuzz. Very cool, limited edition of 550 copies. And then I got the Rockin' Vicars, and this is another Munster release. I got all the Munster 2016 Record Store Day releases this year. The only one that I didn't get was the Syndicats. This one's made in Germany as well. And there's some additional liner notes on the UK Record Store Day listing of this record that isn't on the US version, so it actually lists all the liner notes on the website that are on the back of this record. And this band was the first band to play behind the Iron Curtain in Yugoslavia, the first Western band to play behind the Iron Curtain in Yugoslavia in 1966. And this record features a cover version of Dandy by the Kinks, which is a little more rougher sounding, and then it's got a freak beat, cool song on the flip, I Don't Need Your Kind, and that features Lemmy Kilmister on lead guitar, who would go on to form Motorhead, and he also played with Sam Gopal and Hawkwind as well. So yeah, just for that, just to have Lemmy on this is pretty awesome. You can hear Lemmy doing a lead guitar 50 years ago. Really cool. And these are pretty hot on eBay right now, so I wouldn't wait too long on getting one if you don't have it. And Randy, one of these is in the mail for you right now, bud. So expect your package probably about Monday or Tuesday. Okay, that does it for the singles, and now we got two albums I'm going to show real quick. I got the second Idle Race. Features Jeff Lynne, pre-ELO, and this originally came out in 1969. This is a UK pressing on Parlophone, and is on colored vinyl. So that's some pretty wax right there. This is a good album. I actually like it better than their first album. There's some good songs on here. This is the first record Jeff Lynne ever produced himself as well. Then I snagged another copy of the Sonics live on Easy Street, recorded live on Record Store Day at Easy Street Records 1 year ago. And I'm keeping it sealed. So I got a copy to play, and this one's staying sealed. Okay, that does it. Oh, I almost forgot to show you this. This is a set list of the Sonics, what they're playing currently live in concert. It's from a gig in Austin, Texas about a month ago, and this is the set list. And you can see at the bottom it says that they were opening up for Robert Plant. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm all stoked up for the show next month. I can't wait. And I got this off of fmsetlist.com. And if you're unfamiliar with that website, what you can do is you can go in and type out your artist, a date, a year, a state, a country, whatever, and it'll bring up a list of available set lists for that tour or whatever. I went back and I got some set lists for shows I saw in the 1980s, 1990s. Really cool. So check it out. setlistfm.com. Alright, that does it, and catch you guys later.